would you say that's least important?
Out of the big three, I mean, they were all. It's hard to. It's a trifecta for this year. It's a trifecta with these three films where all three were nominated for Best Picture. But in my mind, in my own interpretation of film and my thought process, Pulp Fiction is like the bottom one of the three between Forrest Gump, Shawshank Redemption, and Pulp Fiction. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I do not. It's one of the best movies of all time. It's Quentin Tarantino doing his thing. Do I think it is? But out of the three of them, I think it's like the lesser of the three, if that makes sense. And that's not a diss to it whatsoever. It's a fantastic movie. You see what I'm saying now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's not a bad. It's not the farthest thing from a bad movie whatsoever. But what I'm saying is, I believe Pulp Fiction is out of the three that were out of the Best Picture nominees that year out of the big three for Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump, and Shawshank Redemption. We've talked about that before. I mean, out of the three, I think this one had a clear shot, but I don't think it would have won. I think it would have come down to between Shawshank and Forrest Gump. So there's that.
And I'll talk about that in a second. But
Yeah.
remember this. But Marcellus Wallace don't like to be by anyone except Mrs. Wallace. Does he look like a what? Does he look like a? Because I'll be honest, this is actually one of the few John Travolta movies I actually like.
Oh, okay.
Well, this was supposed to be his resurgence.
Yeah, in the 90s, he got a resurgence.
There's actually a video. It's actually funny. It was on like YouTube or something. It has a video from Grease, them singing the chorus from Summer Nights. Go, tell me more, dizzy driver. Go, tell me more. And then it cuts to Samuel Jackson. Does he look like a bitch?
Allow me to retort.
Do you read the Bible? The path of the righteous man.
Exactly.
I don't remember the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I will strike down at vengeance and furious anger, and they will know that my name is the Lord when I strike my vengeance upon thee. By the way, that's not a real Bible verse. That's fake.
No, it's not.
But
paraphrased by Bill.
Thank you. But anyway, but no, the film is just. I actually first watched this near the whole thing with you, Justin. Remember? I
do.
We went out to dinner. We came home, said, let's watch a movie. I'm like, what do you want to watch? I'm like, I've never watched Pulp Fiction. And he's like, okay, let's do it. And I watched about 90% of it, and I didn't get to the ending because I had to leave. And I fell asleep on the couch.
The ending is so good. I'm just going to walk the earth.
You missed the last diner scene. Come on.
No, but you know what happened after that, though?
What?
About a week later, SpongeBob narrator voice, 1 week later, I was actually in Best Buy, and I found a Blu-ray copy of this film for like $5.
Nice.
So I just said, okay, I'll get it. And I saw the ending. And I saw that I watched the whole thing. And I even watched it with my brother, and he liked it. But anyway, Pulp Fiction, it is one of those films that really just, I don't know how to describe it. You, Justin?
It's not a traditional movie. It doesn't follow the traditional 3-act structure. It plays with time a lot. And with your expectations a bit. And it's darkly funny. I consider this a dark comedy.
Christopher Walken explaining the Watch story. That is great.
Yes. And rest in peace, Marvin. Whoa! Open. Just shot Marvin in the face. I didn't mean to.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Crazy. One of the best movies of all time, though, needless to say.
Yeah.
And if she comes back and sees this, I'm going to get effing divorced. I don't want to get effing divorced.
So many F bombs in that movie, but it's so great.
Yeah, but it's such a great movie.
Yes.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
now go ahead, somebody.
I was gonna say, do you want to we got to move on, but like I was saying, but Forrest not Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, one of the greatest movies of all time.
I'd put it in there. What do you think, Justin?
Definitely
30.
best of the 90s.
Yes.
Top 30 or 40, probably. No,
Yep.
I would
think-
say top 30.
top 30 for sure.